Hello. Today we're going on a walk with my new camera, the Mamiya C330. I bought this camera for a special project, shooting portraiture actually, and I bought a longer lens for it. This is the standard 80mm lens, but I bought a portrait lens to go with it. This is obviously a twin lens reflex camera, and if you're watching this, I'm going to assume you know something about photography. This is a film camera, and this is basically a studio portraiture camera. It's big, it's heavy, it's clunky, and I definitely love it for the project I bought it for, but I'm a little concerned that it might not do well in the woods. So we're going to load it up with some Ilford FP4 black and white film, take it out, and see what it can do. Until buying my Mamiya, until buying the C330, I have not had a camera that you can actually focus. My pinhole camera is always in focus, and my Zeiss Netar it has distance scale focusing, so you point it at what you want to take a picture of and you just kind of guess how far away it is. Believe it or not, on a rare occasion I do like to get photos in focus, so it's going to be interesting using a camera today that will allow me to not only see the image that I'm shooting through a viewfinder, but also maybe I can, you know, have some out of focus areas with some in focus areas and actually isolate details. That would be pretty novel. So today we're going to see if my Mamiya C330 can hang with this tripod, or rather if the tripod can hang with the C330. I don't think so. This is our first shot for the day. My goal is to make 12 good photos. Can we get it done? Here's what we're looking at through the camera's viewfinder, and I don't know, 12 photos. It's gonna be kind of tough. But we're going to give it our best shot starting now. I know this doesn't look like much right here. We're going to try to make something of it. Alright, so here's what we're looking at. Here's the image, and let me get it nice and sharp. Yeah, there we go. Nice and sharp. You guys can't really see the entire frame. Here, let me pop the magnifier down. There's the entire frame. It's leaning a little bit, so we're going to adjust that. But also, we got this blue sky back here at the top of the frame that I'm not too happy about. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, much better. Let's zoom in here and see if we can actually make it look sharp. No, I don't think we can. Too close. Fortunately, this camera has bellows focusing, so I can actually get pretty close. Unfortunately, the more you extend the bellows, you have to compensate for the exposure because it makes the lens farther from the film plane, and it gets less stable, and you get parallax error. You see that black line? That is the top of our image frame. That when you extend the bellows, the top of the frame lowers basically because of the distance between the two lenses. So that's the line that helps you realize where you're going to be and where your composition will be correct. So once we get things in focus here, it looks like we're just going to be losing the very top of that. We'll see. Have I ever mentioned that I just detest ball head tripods? Anyway, it's beginning to rain, so I guess we better do this. Now's the hard part. So the first shot is going to be easy. It's going to be a 1/30th of a second at f2.8. We're going to wait for the breeze to die down just a touch. It's focused on the pole of bamboo in the very middle of the frame. Come on, you can do it. Just calm down just a bit. Well, let's just shoot it. The problem with that shot is that only the bamboo is going to be in focus, and we've got all this other gorgeous stuff around here. So what we're going to do, that was what, a 1/30th at 2.8. We're going to go here and we're going to change our aperture to f22. That gives us a metered value of 2 seconds. 2 seconds exposure. But we're using film, of course, so We have to factor in reciprocity failure, so that's going to be 3 to 4 seconds. I'm gonna just hit it for 3 seconds, a heavy 3 seconds. And that means that these leaves will never be sharp, because as you can see, they're moving in the breeze. So we might as well wait for a more breeze and get them moving, and we'll keep the pole in sharp focus there. 1, 2, 3. So I was coming down the trail, and it's pretty rare to run into people out here, but I ran into my neighbor who was hiking down the mountain with his like 6-month-old kid in a backpack kind of thing that like sits up above his shoulders. You know, just when you start to feel like you're a decent parent, you run into one of those people, you know? Just, damn. Didn't you ever take me on an all-day hike, Dad? Oh yeah, I did. Every day we were, man, you don't remember that? So we're here at the creek, and right through there, that is the raccoon tree. And there's got to be a shot in here somewhere. I just have to find it. Found it. It's gonna be right there in the creek. 30th at 2.8 is our metered value, but I'm going to switch that to a 15th at f4 because I want a little more sharpness out of this picture, but I don't want really anything else in focus. So that's what I've done here, and take the safety off. We're done. Okay, 1/3 of the roll is done. Just going by kind of fast, actually. There's definitely a few more shots I want to take back that way. But I don't want to leave this area yet. I'm making sure I got everything. It's okay. I'm not going to bother you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I just want to shoot some photos. Would you like to be in a photo? I could totally take your picture. Okay. See you later. We can be friends. I'm kind of a nice guy. All right. See, I would have had them fooled if they hadn't read the hat. I'm pretty sure they were sleeping because I've seen deer bedded down in this spot before. So I guess I woke them up. Sorry. So you look at a shot like this, and I just kind of have to think, is this worth shooting? Like, I like it. I see what's going on here. You know, this kind of like leaning tombstone sort of tree. Will it read well enough to make it worth the, you know, $1.50 or whatever it cost me to pull the trigger? If you're not careful, you can spend a lot of time out here arguing with your eye. Like, I see it, but can I make others see it? Is it worth it to try to make others see it? And, you know, so I've been standing here for 5-10 minutes looking at this tree, and in the end, I could have just taken the shot. So much of what I do is reductionist. How do I reduce this curtain of brambles to something I can communicate to someone else? So from here, we're gonna go down across the creek. Actually, we're probably gonna go that way and cross the creek, because even though it's a tiny creek, I'm not prepared to get wet. And we're gonna go into that yellow thicket over there and see what we can find. Well, look what's looking pretty photogenic this afternoon. I'm not 100% on this shot, actually. I think it's probably going to end up being pretty bland. What does it look like if we do that? No. Okay. Get an idea. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, anyway, let's just shoot it. This, on the other hand, this tree right here, we can definitely shoot this. It's black and white. Turn the contrast up. Look at all those different tones. People will think it's art. So I'm taking this picture, right? And I'm just kind of standing here working with my camera and stuff. And what do I see out of the corner of my eye? Huh? Huh? Wait, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, he's right there. Okay, yeah. Huh? Huh? All right, buddy. I'm gonna take a picture. It's not gonna hurt. Just stay still. I mean, you can't really do otherwise. You're a turtle, but. All right, well, that was pretty much, that was a real pain in the ass, actually. Things you don't traditionally do with a twin lens reflex camera are photograph something straight down and photograph something up close. Oh well. That's a really big pile of bear poop. Wow, okay. Ah! Another pile of bear poop. That makes me a bit nervous. Well, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but it's raining and I want pizza. But not until we shoot this tree. Never mind, that tree's ugly. We'll photograph something else. Sorry. Okay, here's our last shot. I know it doesn't look like much. Let's look through the viewfinder here. Still doesn't look like much. How about that? Does that make it look like anything? Well, anyway, it's gonna be a great shot. By the time we factor in reciprocity and all that, I'm shooting at f/22. This is gonna be a 10-second exposure. Let's see if we can put this tripod to the test here. Oops, the lock's on. Super professional photography on this channel. All right, here we go. So, what's the verdict? Did we get 12 good photos? Yeah, I mean, I guess we got 12 photos. And that is a burden. Last time I took one of those on like a 2-hour hike, I was like, never again. Done with this because I am a weenie. Combine the camera's weight with the rack and pinion focusing, which uses 2 knobs on either side that stick out from the main camera body. And I think you've got a real potential, even though the camera is super robust, built like a tank, but it's not designed to be stuffed in a backpack without a case that you're probably gonna, I don't know, drop carelessly on some rocks. When you're tired, you've been hiking, you take your backpack off, you know, you don't think about it. It's not designed to do that. And I think that the rack and pinion design is not going to stay aligned very long. I'm a little disappointed because I bought the camera for portraiture, which is what it's meant to do. It's meant to sit on a heavy tripod in a studio and take pictures of people. But I was kind of hoping that because it has all the interchangeable lenses, I could buy a normal lens and take it out in the woods. But I just don't think, I think if I want to retain my investment, that's not going to work out. So that's too bad. I only used the normal lens for one shoot, and I think I know somebody who wants one, and I think I'm going to sell it. So that then leaves me with a big, clunky, expensive camera that does one thing really well, but I don't do that thing all that much. I like to shoot portraits, but it's not my main focus. So That's tough. That's not a situation I wanted to be in when I got back into analog photography. In fact, this is exactly what I didn't want to do. I guess the close focus is useful. Like, I wouldn't have been able to get that turtle shot with my Zeiss Netar. On the other hand, how many times do you encounter a turtle? And how many turtle shots do you really need? Like, unless the turtle is walking on its hind legs and breathing fire, a turtle's a turtle. So that's the verdict. It's an awesome camera, not good for the woods. I think I'm going to stick with my Netar, which folds up all nice, and it's got a lot of character to it. I'm cool with that, even if I don't get any more turtle shots. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.